go. All right. All right. Man, we need these young folks to get their shit together.
That sound like you not mentoring correctly.
Hey man, I done tried to tell this brother. Oh, as a matter of fact, we tried to tell the brother on the pod. Hey y'all, look, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. Hi, welcome to the party. Welcome to Pantha Politix, Seven Da Pantha, Carolina Hurricane, ridiculous slang, your baby mama's favorite rapper, and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Because we got ethemadassassin in the building. I mean, what's good, bro?
What's happening?
Shit, life is, man. Life is, you feel me?
Too
You feel me?
Too short.
Yeah, I mean, hey, as a matter of fact, we won short today. Apparently, Mojo Barnes has lost his ongoing battle with Hurricane malt liquor. And and I had a feeling that that might happen when we was up texting at like 3:30 this morning.
See, there it is right there. You had a feeling, but you was up texting at 3. You didn't help out, brother. You got to mentor better.
Well, I didn't know he was drinking at the time. Because what he said didn't imply that he was drunk. I was just like, why the fuck is he up? Like, then the question became, but why am I up?
Like, yeah, you was up. Like, again, I didn't say nothing about drinking. You got to mentor better.
See, Mojo, we ain't even got started yet. You got me in trouble already.
Nah, hey. You know, we gotta accept our faults where they are.
Oh shit! I can dig it.
So yeah, Mojo got his own, you know, bullshit to heal off of it. He know better.
He do. That's why as soon as he said it, I was like, this nigga. That's all I can say. This nigga. Oh man.
I don't understand people.
Oh man, I don't even know where. I didn't really have time to wrap my mind around this, but actually, I do kind of have an idea where I want to start because I had heard something about it, but I didn't look further into it until you sent that this morning, and I was like, oh shit. So I kind of want to start with Eric Adams and what New York is doing for the migrants. Now, mind you, I don't want nobody to take this wrong. Okay, let's just start from the top. So Eric Adams announced New York City is launching a new initiative to provide prepaid credit cards to migrants, enabling them to buy food and baby supplies. The program is going to cost New York about $53 million. So just a family of 4, we get like a rack, you know what I'm saying? So I guess they're breaking it down by the number of people in the house, obviously. So there's a part of me that applauds this. It says, yo, that's cool. Like it's good to help people get on their feet, coming somewhere new. But there's another part of me that's like, but I mean, if you can do that for them, I don't know, man. If you could do that for them, there's plenty of people that's right in front of your face struggling every day that you haven't had an inkling to give anything. Like, and I mean, and I don't think that we, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't deem us more important just because we're from here. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. All people are important. I get it, but I think the amount of attention that gets paid to people who come here sometimes, when you've ignored the suffering of the people right in your backyard for decades, centuries, even, it's kind of disrespectful. It's like a slap in the face to all the people that you walk past every day and you don't do nothing to help them. That's sad. It's fucked up. That part is extremely fucked up.
I mean, it's disrespectful, but obviously it's purposeful. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's wild with this post because if it wasn't him, it was somebody else posted it, and it's kind of related to this, I think. But supposedly it's been a super increase in crime since the immigrants have been allowed in New York.
Right.
So here's the wild shit about it. Okay. See, we're old enough to remember when crack hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm about to say some other shit. I wouldn't even think about none of this when I posted. I just posted it because I thought it was interesting. Oh, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not thinking about what the fuck I'm gonna say. I just post it because I think it's interesting. We just don't
No
go have a
doubt.
conversation. You know what I'm saying? In a roundabout way, this reminds me of when the '94 crime bill got passed, and I think a lot of people, um, I think Joe Biden gets an unjustified bad rap for the '94 crime bill. And when I say unjustified, I mean not that he didn't, write the bill, not that he signed it, or not that he didn't get it passed or anything. Like, he was, 100% behind it, mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? But what people forget is that at that time, crack had gotten so bad, like in so many areas, that the people were begging for solutions. People were begging for solutions. They didn't know what to do. The '94 crime bill was really a response to the people. Now, was it an overreaction? Anytime we're dealing with laws or anything of that nature, you're going to deal with people who overreact, and they over enforce, or they cross boundaries with it. You know what I mean? And the people who complain about the '94 crime bill and its ramifications, I think we forget why we asked for it. And I'm not saying we like I was old enough to give a fuck to ask. But a lot of people who are complaining today about Biden doing that are the same people who complained back in the day that somebody needed to do something, so they did something, and then it became a pariah on our community because we were the ones who were affected directly. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So to me, it's kind of the same thing. So I couldn't find it, and I was mad after, because I saw this post that I'm thinking of that I couldn't find before I sent that one, and it was showing it was a stick up happening right in front of a bodega, right on camera. It's like 3 or 4 dudes ran up on a dude walking with 2 chicks, and then there was just a random dude like just walking in front of them. They got everybody. Like, they just got them. You know what I'm saying? But it was funny to me. Like, two things. It's funny how we criticize the way crimes are committed, as if we could commit crimes in better ways. So, like I said, it was a stick up happening in a New York street, and motherfuckers are like, "That's not how you rob people in New York. That's not how we do it. They must be immigrants." So I just thought it was just a weird thing about it. Like, that's not how we rob people. That's not how we stick up people. That ain't how you da 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 da. And I'm like, I see guns.
Staying
It
out
looks
of
like
that
somebody
one.
saying, "Give me that." Looks like a stick up to me. I don't give a fuck where you're from.
I'm staying out of that one.
I didn't know there was a style to it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
No. I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't know there was a style.
I can dig it. I can dig it. No doubt.
You understand? So that was just goofiness in itself, number one. But number two, the majority of people in the comments were saying these are immigrants doing this. Now, I don't know how the fuck they knew that by looking at their clothes or looking at their bodies, because you can't see anything else on their face. But the point being is, a lot of the crime that's happening, like the armed robberies and the larcenies and shit like that, they're attributing it to the presence of the immigrants, the increased presence of immigrants, increased population of immigrants. So I look at this shit kind of like a response to the '94 crime bill. I mean, the response that created the '94 crime bill. You know,
I feel it. That makes sense.
But at the same time, much to your point, yeah, like we got to think about this stuff. Okay, so again, there is no plan or anything. I haven't seen anything written down about what reparations can or will look like. Right. So when we say y'all can find that money for the immigrants, why not the people? I don't really have I'm kind of confused by all of it. I don't know what to see or what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say about what I see. Because yes,
that makes sense.
Because yes, you do have people on the ground that's born here in America who could use that help. You know what I mean? Like it does appear that the government seems to find money for whatever kind of situation they want to find it for, except for us. But again,
Indeed.
I'm all about understanding the fact that this is purposeful. I think people misunderstand the need for a workforce, and they're gonna create it. They're gonna
I
create
mean,
it.
I don't know if people misunderstand the need for a workforce as much as I think people are starting to recognize what people who are, I kind of hate to use the word because all of us don't exercise it in the same way, but people who may be anti-capitalist, the way they may view the workforce and how it's constructed. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you have to have people to do a job in order for the job to be done. It's not going to do itself. That's very obvious. I think it's the exploitative nature of capitalism that makes it weird, but that makes it fucked up for a lot of people. Now, um, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole because that's not what we're talking about at the moment. But um, I found it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Much like you said, my
But
first response was,
how is that not related?
well, I mean, it is, but it kind of comes at the tail end of what really gets us to that point. Because as you was talking about you was talking about how what did you? Oh, okay, so when you were comparing it to the crime bill, I was like, at first I was like, well, no, but then I was like, nah, I get it exactly. I understand what you mean because as this is going to start creating a demand for something different to happen in regards to the freedom given to people when they come into the country. You know what I'm saying? And how we um how we help that along, how we help their progression towards becoming quote unquote productive members of society. So I guess this in and of itself, if this act in and of itself is part of that step towards, hey, let's help you get stable, then you won't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Cool, no problem. But the issue still remains that the reality is that crime and criminal activity has existed in this country for as long as it's been in fucking as long as it's been created, simply because some people have and some people don't. And you've had thousands of you had hundreds of years to rectify the problem. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's a problem. Again, and now what that does bring us back to though is you have to bring people. It was the same issue that people started having when when they started noticing a large number of Mexicans coming to America. They weren't here previously, and they were like, "Oh man, they're going to take the jobs and da 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 blah 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 blah." Saying like you was doing the job anyway. So I mean, why are you complaining? Um, a lot of the jobs they were complaining about people taking were jobs that other niggas wasn't applying for nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it don't make sense for you to complain about this. If they want to do the job, let them do it. Like, if you wasn't gonna do it, why you tripping? Um, and it kind of falls back into that. Now it as people start to become more aware of exactly how capitalism works and that somebody has to lose in order for it to succeed. Um, I think that starts to trouble people just a little in some cases. Some people don't give a fuck. They think whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's just the way it works. And because we've never had a true instance of people saying, fuck that, this don't work, and we done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the last time that happened was when? The American Revolution. And then they turned around and turned into the same motherfuckers they was fighting to not be a part of. So yeah, I think with the exception of a couple of different times when people said, man, enough of this bullshit. There's never been a concerted enough movement of people that say, fuck this to move the needle. So I don't know. Yeah. And I don't think this is going to do it. As a matter of fact, this is only going to put us in a deeper situation where people probably should say that, but they won't because they want to they don't want to seem like they're politically incorrect or whatever the case may be. But sometimes you just got to say what's real, regardless of how the fuck it sound to other people. Like, I'm trying to figure out when speaking the truth became a bad thing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember when that happened. Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I missed something here because I hear and I see why a lot of people get mad at capitalism and shit, but I don't necessarily agree that somebody has to lose for capitalism to exist. See, because in my brain, what's happening is, to me, capitalism is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we just don't call it that, depending on what the country you're in. know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, at the end of it, that's just my only question with capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Just like even throwing it in there like that. But like to me, at the end of the day, like everybody's gonna have a role to play somehow, some way. And they're gonna choose it. You might not like the result of your choice, but you're gonna choose it. You're gonna choose to either be an entrepreneur, you're gonna choose to just work, or whatever works for you in your lifestyle. That's what you're gonna do. But like how you said, with people complaining about jobs being taken and things of that nature, like if the people here won't do it, it has to get done by somebody.
Absolutely.
So I guess for me, like in that case, like where's the loss? Like it's a loss if massive Americans are signing up for these jobs and not getting them because the other people are getting them, because immigrants are getting them. But if you're not going there, I mean, what the fuck? And I could bring workers here who want to do the work because they want to get out of this situation. I mean, what you gonna do?
I could dig it. I guess it's
if you don't know how to fix your car, you're gonna leave your car unfixed.
Nah, hell no. I'm gonna find somebody that know how to do it and get them to do it.
That's all they doing. You find somebody to fix that fucking car.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Now so far as the aid and things of that nature, again, I don't know. I do think that the citizens of a country should benefit first, of whatever country they're in. I do think that.
Let me see. Okay. Let me see if I can put this in perspective for you. This is why I say capitalism in direct correlation with this specific situation. And I do think that a big part of it is workforce related because people are, entrepreneurship has boomed in America in the last, 15, 20 years or whatever. And then also there are people who simply refuse, saying to do certain kinds of jobs. And I mean, I get it. I mean, if you feel like it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But I don't ever think it's a matter of something being beneath you. It's just a matter of what you choose or choose not to do. But the biggest problem being that, like, in the way the whole immigrant thing works, and it was the same way. As much as they complained about the Mexicans coming in, they just kept coming. And I was like, can't be that big of an issue if it's continuing to happen. I don't understand why you complaining about it publicly, but like you're still letting it occur. And I know that a big part of it is, and this is where capitalism comes into the picture, because capitalism's purpose, one of the biggest tenets of capitalism is you have to have workers that are willing to work long hours for lower wages in order to keep the cost of production low so that you can maximize your profit line. I get it. Okay, that everybody else will say that just sounds like good business. It sounds like good business until you start thinking about all the people who are losing in the scenario. Like, you're granted, are they getting paid to do the job? Sure, they're getting paid to do the job, but let's be honest. Are they getting paid what they should be getting paid to do the job? Probably not, because at the end of the day, the bottom line is the most important thing, not this motherfucker over here running this machine. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, business owners don't give a fuck enough of a fuck about people for it to change. So I'm just talking out the side of my neck right now. But
no,
hey,
I think some do give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, again, I mean, things cost what they cost. I mean, things cost what they cost, bro. Like, it's gonna be a cost to everything, whether that be financial or even physical.
I guess.
I mean, it just is. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you wipe out money,
I'm with that too. But I'm just saying,
the whole world operate on money. We ain't wiping out money.
It's a way we can do it without it. They did it before we decided to do this shit. So I'm just saying, there's always a way to do it.
The whole world operates on it now, bro. It's not gonna happen. It's never happened. That's idealistic thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't live in the whole world. I live right here. That's all I can talk about.
And you have a job and you go to work every day.
I mean, I got bills to pay. I don't want to just go around robbing niggas for the rest of my life. So yeah, I got to go to work.
And you would be robbing people because the world operates on money.
But if the world didn't operate on money, would I be robbing people?
But we can't go if it did. We can't do
That's all I'm saying.
We can't do it. We can't do none of that. We can't go back to a time of what it used to be.
Right. No, so we can create a new time of what it could be, what it should be. Or even we need to just change people's relationship to money. Then the whole shit is fucked up. How you got 1% of motherfuckers with a whole lot and 99% of people come on, man. How the fuck do that even make sense? How do it make sense?
bro, it's gonna be like that since as soon as you assign a value to something, somebody's gonna put it in their brain and collect more of it than you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be a 1%. Always.
Eat the
It's
rich.
gonna happen.
I hope y'all should go get those hoodies. Eat the rich. Hold up.
I'm saying, I mean, I'm just saying it is what it is. Like, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I guess
I ain't saying you got to be happy with it, but I think some people got to understand, like, bro, like again, like the whole shit moves on it. Like even to the point where, even to the point where motherfuckers is trying to create their own financial system. They're gonna create something that's gonna be worth something. Like again, like crypto, like that shit was created because as a response to people's usage of money.
it ain't the money that's the problem. It's the mentality connected to it that's the problem. That's the problem.
I said, as soon as we attach value to something, there's going to be something in somebody's mind that make them collect more of it than the next person. I just said that.
Take their fucking heads up. Like,
what it is, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not like some of these other niggas. I'm all for killing these motherfuckers that don't. Hey, YouTube, whoever edit the fuck, I don't give a fuck what you do about that. I'm gonna say what the fuck I think right now. At the end of the day, if niggas stop being bitches and say, "Hey, enough of this shit. Enough. This shit ain't working. It ain't been working in our favor at all. It work in the favor of a small number of people. There is a way to do this differently and make it work for a larger number of people. Make it work for the majority of people." And I don't even like to use the word fair because fair don't exist in the world really, because we blew that out the water a long time ago. Fair don't exist, but you could definitely make it closer to being an even thing without people having to monopolize and other motherfuckers having to suffer because you want to have so much fucking money. And if niggas had enough balls to say no, just say no. Sometimes you just got to say no. Nah, we're not doing that. No. And if everybody that's supposed to say no, it's going to be no. But we talked about this before with the NFL boycott thing. Niggas won't stick to shit. So at this juncture, I'm speaking from a standpoint of an ideal that I wish motherfuckers would stick to, but I know they won't. So yeah, we can get off that altogether. I felt like I needed to say it out loud, but it don't really matter. So yeah, I get it. Niggas don't give a fuck, man. I give too much of a fuck, I guess, and I maybe should stop doing that. But like,
no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is understand, regardless of where you place the value, somebody's gonna hoard it.
That's a way to avoid that, though. That's what I'm saying.
You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. That's telling people not to be human. You can't avoid it. Like I said, there's always gonna be a 1% somewhere. Man, some moves was fucking point 30 zeros one. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, unfortunately, it's gonna happen that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be people that do it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna find a way to corner a market every time. Every time.
All this math they teach us in all these school buildings, and motherfuckers ain't figured out yet that 99 is bigger than 1. I don't. I'm done.
You can figure that out. But if you're 99 without the resource and that 1% has it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, go take it. But I hope you do what's right with it when you get it.
And see, that's okay.
Because again, like I said,
I be trying not to go here.
Because again, because in my opinion, like what you're saying is idealistic, but it takes out the human fallacy. I mean the human faults.
Well, no, that and that's only because I be trying not to say certain shit on here because I know I shouldn't, but fuck it, I don't care anymore. It started with changing the way people think. That's where it has to start there. Because none of this shit is going to work if people go into it. Even if we wake up tomorrow and abolish everything that's in place right now, build something new. If people still think the same way, it's going to be fucked up. It's only a matter of time before they find a way to fuck it up. So we got to start there. But but that can only happen if motherfuckers care enough to learn a different way or care enough to teach it. And to be completely honest with you, most motherfuckers don't give enough of a fuck one way or the other. So.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. Like I was having a conversation the other day with somebody who says, people are selfish, but that's the nature of humans. You come into the world asking for shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I see it that way.
Well, I mean, just listen to the perspective. You come into the world need. You can't provide for yourself, so you have to ask for everything. that has to be given to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, over the course of life, you're taught to care for other people. You're taught to have concern for other people. Cool, but still at the basis of it, a motherfucker will still be like, you know what? Yeah, y'all cool. I'll give y'all the corner of the cake, but I need the big piece just because I need the big piece. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens, bro. Like again, like I'm not gonna sit here and say I study history because I don't. You know what I'm saying? I just know I remember what the fuck I heard for a lot of shit. But there isn't a time on the planet where it didn't happen because somebody decided to control everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not generations, but ages. You know what I'm saying? The shit moves like that. You know what I'm saying? Like empires and all that other shit. Motherfuckers is like, shit, I want it all. That's just what they do, man. You know, again, like I'm not saying that it's right or anything like that, but you're not going, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to change the human desire.
Y'all niggas is hoes. I just want to put that out there. All of y'all, gimme, and fuck everybody else. All y'all niggas is hoes. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And fuck you if you don't like it. See me when you see me. Yeah, I mean, I see. The way I was raised, I see the world through a different lens, and I really wish motherfuckers would open their eyes to some of the shit that they do that's so fucking crazy. And I'm like, dog, what? All right, dog, whatever. If that's what we're doing, I guess that's what we're doing. But this is crazy shit. This is absolutely fucking insane. So, and again, like I said, I'm speaking from a standpoint that I know even 98% of the people listening to this right now do not give two fucks about. Because if they did, we would not be living the way we're living right now. So, hey, it is what it is. I try my best. That's why I try my best to keep a lot of my political opinions and stuff to myself. But
to me, that doesn't make sense to do that. How can you change it if we don't talk about it? I'm just saying, like for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't exclude human nature.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, like I just can't exclude it. Like again, we are where we are because of human nature. In all aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I guess my question in that case has always been, is it really human nature, or is it something that we've been conditioned to think or to do, or how we've been conditioned to act? Either way, I mean, at the end of the day, the end result ends up being whatever it is, regardless of what brought it about, whether it was nature or nurture. You know, that's always been the age old debate. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of which way that goes, the end result is still the same. So that kind of goes back to what we was talking about before about intention and the end result. So yeah, I feel it. That's man. Man, I hope they figure out a way to make this go smoothly, because I got a feeling that this could get very ugly for New York City. There are a lot of people who are not going to be happy about this, who are not happy about it, I'm sure. But I mean, I don't know at this juncture if they're already there. What else are you going to do besides do a huge, you know, what America usually does? Just lock them up. Just lock them up. That's the answer for everything. Just lock them up or kill them. I don't know. That actually leads me to a question that I think I put it in the chat. Did I? If I didn't put it in, I meant to. But this is a question. The question was, and I think it fits this scenario about whether people more actively avoid pain or seek pleasure, because they're two very different things that people do. And I think that in the case of what we were just talking about, a lot of it is avoiding pain. It's going to hurt to deal with this in one way, whether it's going to hurt them physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. It's going to hurt to try to deal with this. So let me just avoid it, as opposed to let me go through it to get to the other side of it, so that I can gain, you know, the actual reward that I'm looking for. Motherfuckers take consolation prizes in their own lives all the time because they don't want to fight, because they don't want to go through what it's going to take to get to, you know what I'm saying, to where they want to be. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird when I think about it. And I don't even know what made me think about that question, but
I can't agree that people necessarily don't want to fight. I think some people might not fight because they don't know how to.
That's a, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a bigger one. than people not wanting to fight. You know. Damn, you had said something. I mean, but that part right there just made me forget the fucking point I wanted to make. You said something, man, just now. Oh my god damn it, man! I had a fucking pushback. Oh shit. Oh, can't remember. Too much weed.
I feel it.
Damn. I wish I could rewind this shit. Oh yeah, that part.
I was just thinking the same shit. I was like, is there a way for me to? Nah.
Yeah. You know. Oh, okay. I remember what it was. You said people take consolation prizes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fighting. You know what I'm saying? They take the consolation prize or whatever. I think the consolation prize, the fact that people choose them, or the fact that there are so many consolation prizes these days, are people seeking pleasure. But I think they seek pleasure to avoid the pain. Like, yes, they can be separate. But again, like, we see people seeking pleasure all day, every day to avoid pain. Let's talk about drug usage. I mean, I'm just saying, like, when people abuse it, you know, like it starts off as fun. It starts off as pleasure. You know, it can turn into a situation to where you're using that to cope with pain. And pretty soon you can't live without that artificial pleasure.
True.
So like to me, they go hand in hand, man. You know, like it's hard to separate them. Even though I do see the concepts as being different as how you say it, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to separate the acts. Like, it's like the why you doing it. You know, like the why to me stands out. You know,
Okay.
like motherfuckers to sniff their brains out, knowing goddamn it's gonna be painful when they get kicked out that house.
No doubt. That is definitely.
You understand?
No doubt.
People smoke their brains out, knowing it's gonna be painful when they come and take your car.
Yes, indeed. That's real shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Niggas will go to work drunk, knowing it's gonna be painful when they fire your ass and you go home, and now you can't support your family. Now you're out there robbing motherfuckers.
Yeah, and now you got to go explain to her why you home at 11 and you don't get off till 5. Because you couldn't put that fucking bottle down with your dumb ass. Oh man, bro, I feel it. But this is my thing though. In accordance with what you was just saying, this is my thing. Are they seeking a base level of pleasure in order to not have to fight to get to the greater pleasure on the other side of the pain?
Well,
They taking the pleasure that's right there, that's easy, low hanging fruit, instead of saying, nah, that ain't really what I want. That's just what I'm doing because I don't want to deal with that.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's individual. You know, like whether or not a person even sees what you see as the ultimate pleasure. They might not even see it, or they could be pacified with what's right there on their plate right now. Like, I don't need much. I don't need much more.
Pacified.
You know, it's like, I mean, but that's what pacification is. You know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt.
I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 10 millionaires that's happy not having 20 million. I'm good at 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True that.
So, you know, but
Yeah,
again, that goes back to me, the human nature of people. Like, some motherfuckers is gonna go harder than you and shit. You know what I mean? So like they're going harder for pleasure. It's gonna look different from yours.
well, that's true too. Yeah, a big part of it, and a big part of a lot of this shit is perception. You know what I'm saying? A big part of it's perception. A lot of times, and part of the place where that question comes from. Now that I think about it, was a conversation I was having with a gentleman who happens to be houseless. And I asked him, so I mean, like, what's the goal, bro? Like, I see you move a little different than everybody else out here. What's the goal? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, this is what I'm thinking. And he ran down his whole program to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put it on blast right now, but he ran his whole program down to me, and I was like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope that you got a plan, and it's dope that you know what I'm saying? And his whole thing was, well, yeah, I could have done this and been, in this place right now. I could have done that. But if I do it this way, it's gonna take me about a month longer But I survived out here for like 4 years. Like I said, another month ain't gonna kill me for me to do this the way I want to do it and not just do what's there. And I was like, that's the difference between you and a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? You know what you want and you know what it's going to take for to get you there and you're willing to do it. But he also has the advantage of not being a drug addict, not being, he doesn't necessarily have a debilitating mental illness. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a different boat than a lot of other people that are out there. But he has helped several other people kick their drug habits so that he can try to, get them on the same page he's on. And I was like, yo, it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. I wish that we had the resources to give you a greater platform to do it on. You know what I'm saying? Once you get on your feet. But at the end of the day, it goes back to what you're saying. What he sees as the ultimate goal is different from what other people see simply because of the eyes he's able to see it with. He doesn't see it with eyes with some of the crutches or the crippling effects that they have to deal with to that they view the world through. A lot of people don't understand how crazy addiction really is. You know what I'm saying? How bad it can be, to the point that you can't think of anything else. Like you can't clearly think about how to carry out your day until you get what you're looking for. And even then, sometimes you get it, and if it's not, and that's the other part. Beyond like the first time, you're never gonna feel that again. A lot of what you do after that is the pursuit of that feeling again. A lot of what happens after that. And then, of course, the physical aspects of addiction. So it's going to change the way you see shit, whether it be drugs, alcohol, anything, addiction or whatever, is going to change the way you view the world. So without him having that, he was able to see, oh, yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's something better than that for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that. I'll stay here a little bit longer to get to that as opposed to doing this. And yeah, so yeah, I feel you. A lot of that does come down to the nature of people and the nature of how they deal with and view what's in front of them and what they think their options are in regards to dealing with it. So yeah,
I mean, it depends on what their goal is. Like, I mean, I can't say that your goal is this, but a lot of people's goal is to be rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Whatever their goal is individual. You know what I mean? Like it's an unfair ask of me to tell you what your potential is by my standard. I'm like, yeah, like what you're doing is dope. You know what I'm saying? But you have so much more. I just saw this shit. American Fiction. American Fiction. They were talking about what potential means.
Okay.
And God, I wish you had seen this movie, man. But they were talking about potential and what it means. And typically, you're not the person who judges your potential. It's somebody else. And typically, the person who's judging your potential is telling you where you're coming up short at.
That makes sense. Okay. I see that.
Now, mind you, it's not that what they're saying is incorrect, in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But what if the person that you're talking about is cool where he's at? He's not bothering nobody by being in the position he's in. Kids is fed, wife happy, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever around him is happy, he's good. But it's another motherfucker saying, man, you came up short. You could have did so and so. You could have did this. But he happy. So all it is again, like, so how you said with your guy, right? He has his own goal. He's like, no, I don't want that. I want this. So I'm gonna do what it's gonna take to get to that. I think that's, it's what it is for a lot of people. Now, of course, there's people, like I say, who want further. They just might not know how to get to it, but they do want it. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of that shit comes from outside pressure, not necessarily inside.
I feel that. Yeah. That's
like to me, it's the whole Chris Rock fucking a bitch in a cardboard box situation.
Absolutely.
If you could get a steady stream or quality ass in a cardboard box, you would say, "Fuck a job, fuck this house." I mean, that's an extreme way to put it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, there's absolute value in that though. Absolute. Hell yeah. Shit. That's real shit. I get, and I mean, and we can get off of this, but I guess my thing is, and mind you, again, this comes from. I need people to understand where I come from when I'm giving my thoughts on things. I would, you know what I'm saying? I'm the child of a Black Panther. I studied Black Panther ideology my whole life. So like the way I see shit is through that lens. Plus I'm a hip hopper, and so it all kind of blends together. It's crazy. And then a bunch of shit that I studied in school and read on my own. But like that is the core of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So um I look at that person that's happy with his job, you know, his house, his white picket fences, 2.5 kids, however the fuck you do that, and you know, and his wife is, and I look at that person and I say, okay, cool, you're happy, that's good, and I don't want to diminish your happy, I don't want to take away from your happiness, I don't want to take away from that, I just want to give you something to think about, because you're happy and you're doing well, or at least well enough for you, and that's fine. But have you looked around? Like it's kind of fucked up out here, yo. Like, and mind you, before I even say anything further, I don't feel that I know for a fact, and we've seen it already throughout the history of the entire world. There's never going to be an instance where every single person, regardless of the consequences or the circumstances going on in any particular place, there's never going to be a time when every single person says, "Oh man, maybe I should help somebody." Because most motherfuckers don't give a fuck about helping nobody. Like just being honest, most people, like you said, are selfish. They do not give two fucks with the person next door to them even is going through. They don't know the nigga that live next door to them. They don't know his name. They don't know his phone number. None of that shit.
Wait. It's degrees to selfishness, though. It doesn't mean that you're just only about yourself, but it's just your nature to take care of yourself first.
Right.
That doesn't mean
They say self-preservation is rule one. Yeah, true that.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, because you let off with like not giving a fuck about the next person or your neighbor and all of that. That doesn't necessarily mean.
Oh no, no, those are the people I'm talking about, though. Those people. Not. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm putting it on the table. That's all.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so there's an astonishing number of people who couldn't care less what happened to the person that lived next door to them. Um, we throw the word community around like it means something. I mean, we throw it around like it actually means something to people. But what I see now, mind you, I'm not judging this off where I live in my neighborhood. Like I be everywhere around here, all over the place. And what I see is there are a couple of places I've been where everybody around the whole block knows each other. Everybody know each other's names, they know each other's phone numbers, they know each other's kids, their kids go to school together, their kids do their homework together, all kind of shit. There actually was a situation where we were out hanging out in this community. We just kind of walking around doing our thing, but we're not from there. We don't live there. You know what I'm saying? By the time we got to the end of the block, there was a dude outside, you know what I'm saying, standing outside on this porch with his phone. He was like, yeah, we just out, you know, just out hanging, man. We ain't up to nothing. He's like, oh no, I knew y'all was coming already. It's cool. The fuck you mean? Text chain going all the way around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, there's some dudes walking around that ain't from here. You know, da 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 da. I was like, that's dope. That's a fucking community right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a community right there. Those people know each other. They give a fuck about each other. They hold each other down. That's how it's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? But 98.7% of the communities around here ain't like that. They just neighborhoods. Y'all people who live in proximity to each other. Y'all don't have no kind of concern or connectivity to y'all. So like that to me, until we can find that, like all this other shit I'm talking about, like much like it's pointless. Like like I don't. That's why I'll be like I ain't gonna say shit. Fuck it, because these niggas don't care. So eh, it is what it is. But yeah, I'll just be hoping that that's one of my hopes that motherfuckers will get to actually being like, yo, let me get to know this motherfucker next door to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long, if I'm buying my house and he buying his house, we might be living next door to each other for the next 30 fucking years. What's up, man? Who are you? And even if we don't click, so to speak, I know who you are. And because you're my neighbor, if I see some fuck shit going on in your yard, I'm gonna call you and let you know. Or if I can, I'm gonna step out and do something about it. Or, you know, and I would like the same, you know, the same in return. We ain't gotta be friends to do that. That's all. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I want too much for people sometimes, I think. I think
I was
sometimes
about to
inside
ask
my
you, how does that pie in the sky taste?
But I mean, it ain't pie in the sky when I seen people do it. Like that's the whole thing. I'm like, I've seen
No,
it
but
happen,
no,
so I know
no,
it's
but
not impossible.
nobody said it isn't impossible, but you also said 98%.
Man, I mean, niggas don't care. That's why I don't be rapping about that shit no more.
No, let's say 90%. Well, like
Niggas don't
this,
care.
man.
I mean, it
But you
sucks
gotta
to
think
come to
about
terms with that
this
though.
though. You gotta think about this though. You gotta think about this. You gotta understand why it's like that. You know, like depending on what environment you come from, some people was taught mind your business. You don't talk to strangers, and they didn't do that. Then depending on some environments you came from, or times in development, you know what I'm saying, from the 1940s to the 80s to the 2010s to now, you know what I'm saying? People aren't at home as much. Well, since COVID, I mean, since before COVID happened, and people working from home, but like, you know what I'm saying, like the man and the woman is going out to go earn. The child is going out. How often do they? How much time do they even have to really get to know their neighbors for that to even happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think about when I bought my crib back where I had it at. You know what I'm saying? My neighbor, the black lady next to me, she from her attire, she was a nurse. She was never home. I was never home. The brother across the street. Now we got cool just on some shit happened in the street, and we just ended up in the street talking. And so we got cool after that. You know, but even still, he worked 2 jobs, so I didn't see him much. And the lady beside me was just an elderly white woman. You know what I'm saying? Just very, very, very elderly. So like, you know what I mean? Just who I am. Like if I see her outside, I'm gonna speak or anything like that. But like getting to know her it's not gonna happen. Now I'm just saying that's my situation. But I know a lot of people. Both, you know, if it's 2 people in the house, they both working. And it's usually like that house to house. Like, so when do they get to know each other?
When do they make the effort to get to know each? I mean, dog, we waste time doing bullshit all the time. Like, so
We
this is
do.
my thing.
We do. No, I mean, I'm
So
not denying any of that. I'm just saying, just for the specific purpose of actually getting to know somebody that lives next to you. If you are always working, let's fuck it again. Like I said, if you got 2 jobs, if it's just you by yourself, like you don't even have a lady or a boyfriend or whatever the fuck, you don't even got this, just you. You work 2 jobs, you gonna come home and eat and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So like what I'm saying is like unfortunately, like it feels like the industrial nature of America doesn't allow for that anymore because everybody's working. Like at one point, fewer people worked. So you had people, they had the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like earlier, it was the wives that did it. It was the women that did it. Now they
yes,
got work.
indeed.
Now they got to pay 50% of the bills if they in a 2 person household. If it's just them, what the fuck? Now let's say they got a kid and they're
They can't
co-parents.
they can't go to school with other kids from the same neighborhood. I mean, no, I understand. I understand. I
The
know it's a
kids
lot
go
of
to school.
borders to it.
The kids going to school, but again, okay, so all right, you went to school, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You went to school. I went to school too. Again, in back in that time, you had people working fewer hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about how many times my mom went to a PTA meeting. She didn't, unless I had fucked up, because she was working.
Oh yeah, my
I'm,
parents didn't do that
and,
PTA shit.
huh?
So yeah, my parents ain't do that PTA shit. Nah, what none of that.
But the point being is, do they have the opportunity? Do they have the time to do it? Again, like I said, if I was in school and I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like my teacher, I mean, my mom would go talk to my teacher, but she had to make time to do it. All I'm saying is that I don't see the time being there for a lot of people. I think we have less community because people got to work to fucking eat.
I feel you, but here's my problem with that. And again, there's no I'm there's no
I'm not saying the
there's
time is
nothing
there.
you said that's
I
invalid.
just said where you gonna find it. Yeah, like where you gonna find it. That's all.
Okay, this is my thing, and I get it. We have to have time to do our personal things that make us happy in ourselves. That's cool. So I mean, if you're a gamer, you play video games. If you're a nightlife person, you might go out to the club with your friends to go have a drink or something. Okay, cool. Um, Here's my thing. the thing that makes anything possible is sacrifice. Sacrifice somewhere for the greater good. You don't have to be my best friend because you live next door to me. Just tell me your name. Let's figure out when, I see you coming and going, you see me coming and going. During these hours, if you're home, I'm not. If you're home and you're up, just if you see some shit, say something. That's all. Here's my phone number. We don't got to be best friends. You ain't got to text me every day. None of that shit. I'm not saying niggas got to be best friends or got to even build. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be that. You know what I'm saying? But just hey, we live in the same neighborhood, yo, and it doesn't make sense that we live in this close proximity to one another. And your neighbor's car got broke into. You was sitting on the fucking porch and you didn't say or do nothing. You just sat there like a dumb fuck. You know what I'm saying?
If they was there to see it, I mean, goddamn, like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
but if they're not there to see it, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, and if you're not there to see it, that's a different thing. But okay, say you got a Ring doorbell cam and I don't, but your Ring doorbell cam picks up my, you can see my driveway in your Ring thing. Don't keep that to yourself. Tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't think people. I think people put so much shit ahead of people. You know what I'm saying? That shit ends up suffering in the end. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, but even using the Ring camera as the example, I think there are more people who are doing what you're talking about than what you may know, than you may realize. Because again, like you got Ring cameras, you got all types of citizen apps and all this other bullshit. Like people participate in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like the sense of community is a little bit more difficult to come about because like people don't have the opportunity to rub elbows with each other. Like even like you said, it's in passing. Like if you see something, say something. All right, cool. I you'll get that. But I mean, that's still, I guess my idea of a sense of community goes beyond just warning somebody that something may happen. Like what I mean, like it's a genuine care and love for your neighbor.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying like the time of the day, like these days now, just doesn't allow it. And especially with the technology and how we play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, kids going to school and shit, right? Kids used to come home after school and go outside and play.
Indeed. Now
Do
they
they
come
do that
home
now?
and jump on the fucking PS5 and put their headphones on and talk shit to some motherfucker across the globe that they ain't never gonna meet in person.
Yeah, like it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's different as fuck.
Man, I will say this. I enjoy technology. I went to school for computer shit, so I mean, yeah, I enjoy technology. I think it's dope. But I also feel like technology has done
with the computer school.
Computer school.
I know that dude. I know that dude.
Oh shit! I went to computer school.
I know him. That's why I said that.
Oh shit! That's crazy. Oh man, yeah. But I don't know, man. The thing about it is it should have, and in a lot of ways it has, created some degree of greater connectivity with people because people who aren't able to travel are able to talk to people in different places that they can't go to. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really dope aspect of it. However, as close as it has brought the world that is far away from us to us, it has pushed the world, in a lot of ways, it's pushed the world that's close to us farther away for exactly the reason that you said. So like, yeah, I just wish people would unplug from the matrix for a minute, look around, see who around you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe figure out, you know what I'm saying, how you relate to these people that are around you as opposed to, trying to figure out. I mean, I don't know.
That concept doesn't make any sense to them because it never existed to them. Like we talking generations who don't know anything outside. They've never existed without the internet.
I feel so sorry for you. Jesus.
It was generations that felt sorry for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, that's how the shit moves, man. Like now again, like who would have saw all of this coming? But it's what it is. What it is. They do not know shit.
I feel like I was born in the wrong time, man. I think I might have been born too late.
If the power goes out, they are fucked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If the internet goes down, they are fucked. They don't know what to do.
Can't use your cell phone. Hey, take this quarter, go to the payphone and call this nigga. What? What does that mean?
How? Ain't no what does it mean? How?
I got one down the street. That's crazy.
You do.
That's crazy. Yeah, like that's crazy.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dog, trust me when I tell you, every time I ride past it, I definitely revel in how rare that is. Like I'm like, wow, it's
Yeah,
still there and it
right.
works. That's
You got a
crazy.
house phone? You got a house phone?
Hell no. I ain't had one of them in,
See, look at you. Look,
I don't
see
know. I ain't
what
had a
I'm
house phone in
saying?
like probably 18, 20 years probably.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, I take that back. I did have one for a while when I was on house arrest, but that's because I had to. But yeah, like, yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, but your choice is not to have one.
Oh yeah, nah. I mean, I don't think I'd be home enough to justify it. You know what I'm saying? To
Well, I mean, for
justify
whatever
having a
reason.
house phone. Yeah.
For whatever reason, technology has allowed you to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the choice you made.
Oh yeah, for sure,
You know
absolutely.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
again, now imagine again, people not even knowing there's a choice.
Oh yeah, I mean, nah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
yeah. That's what
I
I'm
just
saying.
wish
Like,
motherfuckers would think outside the box. Like niggas get trained too fucking easy. It ain't this easy to train a fucking dog. Like
I'm saying, like, you know,
shit, crazy, yo. I don't know.
you didn't
I
grow up using
expect too
smoke
much.
signals. You didn't grow up using smoke signals.
I did not. Nah, I
And when
wouldn't know what the
when you
fuck to do
saw
with a
smoke
smoke signal.
signals, and when you saw smoke signals, did you start doing it?
Nah.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I try, and the wild shit about that though, the difference between that and us, like if I had seen that, my curiosity would make me say, okay, look, I may not ever use this, but in case I need to, what does that mean? Like, how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my natural curiosity. So like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
I mean, like for it's some cool shit. It's like, oh shit, like I'm never
yeah,
gonna do that. Yeah, but you didn't. But you didn't. Now I'm not saying, you know what I mean. Again, like it's impractical when you hear about it. At the age you hear about it, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that don't even make sense. Like, you know, like your natural curiosity might make you want to do it, but you know, still the practicality behind it isn't there. So like it just happens just over the course of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
a nigga say, what if you lost out in the woods,
that's
nigga? I
what
don't go in the
that's why
woods.
y'all be like, damn man, you don't drive. I'm like, no, nigga, and I don't have to. Don't have to. What the fuck? Oh man, 10-minute walk. Oh man, we can't drive.
It's right there. What are you talking about?
Walking is antiquated.
The first thing that crossed my mind when you said that shit.
I mean, cool. I mean, I'm making references to everything. You know, just saying.
That shit is hilarious. Oh man, I feel you.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna become, you know, we're slaves to whatever the technology is.
Oh yeah. A nigga be like, why you
Can't-
park so far away? Why not? There's a reason for it. Trust me when I tell you. Like, it's just a short walk. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Like shit, you gonna drive, you gonna waste your time looking for a closer parking space and just parking and going in the fucking store. You know what I'm saying? But again, like for me, again, I don't drive. Why are you going to the store? There's other motherfuckers that drive. They can go to the store. Bring this shit to my house.
Oh shit. I could dig it. Yeah, that's. I mean, shit. I mean, I guess if I lived in Georgia, I wouldn't want to go to the store at all.
Well, no, I mean, you
Man,
know, just in general. I mean, again, like living here, you see that. Like, you know, like it ain't got nothing to do with being in Georgia, nothing. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's why traffic is so bad. Motherfuckers can take the train,
oh
and they
yeah,
will say,
absolutely.
"Ew, I'm not taking the train.
Yeah,
Ew, I'm
because
not taking the bus." Now, again, that's your prerogative, cool, but I don't see the need to have an extra $1,000 coming out of my budget every month just to drive to the store that's a 10-minute walk away. That makes no sense to me. Like,
yeah,
not
nah. See, I don't think people think about what they waste in trying to be convenient. You know what I'm saying? Like your quest for convenience is really actually more harmful than if you had just done it the other way. Like, I mean, and I'm not no tree hugger. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I do want there to be a world here when my kids reach my age. So, um, I just wish I don't know, man. I think people need to people that goes back to that selfish thing. They're thinking about what they want in the moment and the quickest way to achieve that, and it's,
right.
as opposed to thinking about the grand scheme of things. The only reason I even say anything about Georgia, and Georgia, this is no disrespect to y'all. I fuck with y'all heavy. I fuck with Georgia. I saw two news stories out of Georgia, one out of Atlanta and one out of fuck. It's escaping me. I'm about to cheat and look at it. Fuck it. I'm about to cheat and look at it. Fuck it. The other one was in Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. Where are you? Lithonia, Georgia. I'm not familiar with Lithonia, Georgia, but uh, I said it wouldn't go to the store in Georgia because there's a 25-year-old Indian MBA who went to the store in Lithonia, Georgia, and was beat to death with a hammer, hit 50 times in the head with a hammer by a reported houseless gentleman who was on something, some substance of some sort. Um, yeah, and I'm looking at the picture. Like they didn't show, like they have a video of it. I don't necessarily want to see it. Okay, I'm lying. I'm totally gonna watch it. But um, just looking at the picture, you can see the gentleman standing over the guy, just talking to him, talking shit to him, and there's blood everywhere. Like it's insane. It's insane. Um, and then on the flip side, in Atlanta, there was an 11-year-old young man who was attacked by a group of teenagers. I think it was four of them, if I'm not mistaken. Um, no, three of them, three armed gentlemen shot an 11-year-old on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive near Interstate 285. Oh God, man, this is tragic, yo. They say the 11-year-old was struck by multiple gunshots after attempting to run away from the armed trio. The boy was alert and talking to medics when taken to an area hospital. Happened in the 3200 block of MLK Drive. Um, man, look,
Man, rest in peace to both of those people. But why the fuck is it take three of you motherfuckers to shoot an 11-year-old? That's ridiculous.
like, why y'all just out randomly shooting anyway? Is the question I got. And then
Was they
and
randomly shooting or they meant to shoot him? They meant to shoot him, right?
I mean, they said they randomly encountered him and they was just on some shit. He didn't do anything to them. They encountered him and they just, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But that's becoming a more common thing that I'm
No.
noticing too.
Okay, no. I misunderstood that. I'm thinking random, like they was shooting at random.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's ooh, that's even worse.
Yeah, like
God
that's what I said.
damn.
Like I misunderstood it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
nah, that's
but
yeah,
still
man.
same thing. Like why the fuck is y'all shooting at an 11-year-old? You teenagers. Like
Yeah. Like, why would you be? First of all, why you gotta? I was getting ready to ask a silly question. Never mind. But nah, fuck that. I'm gonna ask the question. Why you got a gun, teenager? What the fuck are you doing? Like, okay, I'm a gun enthusiast. I like guns a whole lot, and anybody that know me knows I love them all the way live. However, I took the time to learn how to use it, learn how to clean it, and I know when and where to use it, and when and where not to use it, where it's allowed, where it's not allowed, how I can carry it when I go different places. Know all those things because an uninformed motherfucker is one of the most dangerous motherfuckers in the world. A whole bunch of y'all teenagers running around with guns that y'all saw in video games that y'all think are cool. Okay. Do you really like that video game don't show you the actuality of what a bullet do to a human body when it hit it? You don't really know what that look like. You don't know what that feel like. I got grazed by a bullet on my leg and thought I was gonna fucking die. Y'all have no idea what kind of game y'all playing. Y'all just think it's cool. Um,
one thing to say. You're
oh, go
right.
ahead, bro.
You're right. They don't know what game they're playing, like so far as end result. But I think they fully know what it's gonna do when they shoot it, like the damage. I think they fully know. It's videos. Like like how okay, like for instance, like how you said, I'm gonna definitely watch the video of the hammer situation. I personally just I don't. I don't care to watch none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like even if they come across my feed or something like that, especially if I gotta click a button to watch the video, I ain't clicking. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to see it. You know what I mean? But kids, oh, if they got access, they watch it, and somebody got access. You know what I'm saying? I think we don't give them enough. I mean, not that it's a good thing, but I don't think we give them enough credit for that. I think these little motherfuckers know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like
Mm-hmm.
did you watch the King Von documentary?
Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, I watched a
All that
couple of them
footage,
actually.
all
Yes.
that footage of him shooting at people. First of all,
Rest in peace, man.
I mean, first of all, it's a documentary, yeah. But a documentarian didn't make this shit.
Nope.
A regular motherfucker with an interest in King Von's story made that shit, and they was able to find that footage. So I'm pretty sure these kids that's out here that's doing this shit, they seen it. They know what it does. You know what I'm saying? They've seen it.
Even in that, I mean, and I agree wholeheartedly because I think that a big part of what gets shown to us via internet, TV, whatever, a big part of it is responsible for the extreme desensitization to things like of that nature.
Right.
At a point, and I can only speak from personal experience. There's a big difference from me seeing it on a screen and then seeing it in real life. Seeing it in
Right.
real life for the first time, I was like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I didn't know that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, it's like, oh, it's gonna hit him, boom, and then he might bleed and whatever. But nah, it was a whole different thing than what I anticipated going down. And I was just like, oh fuck. Like, okay, I didn't know it was that real.
It's a lot of variables that make it different.
No doubt. Yeah. And I learned that day.
Yeah.
I learned that day.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I mean when I say they don't know the game, I mean I get like that part of it, whatever. But like yeah, the finality of all of this. Like I watch a lot. I'm a true crime addict. I can admit that. I watch a lot of things about people who were apprehended for crimes that were younger people. And when they start interviewing them, it comes out in a wash like, yeah, this kid's a little detached from reality. He's not quite all the way there, or she's not quite all the way there. But in her mind or his mind, this was gonna play out differently. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't gonna end like this. Because in their head, they had their own mind made up about how this was actually gonna work. And then it didn't go that way. And this person dies. And it was just like, oh shit. And now, you're trying to cover it up and you're doing all these things trying to hide it. And then when you start getting questioned about it and you lie until you break. And then you break and you start telling exactly what happened. And then it comes to the realization of, oh, you really didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, did you? That's crazy.
Right.
And now your life is ruined because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily blame them for it as much as I blame the people who were supposed to be raising them for it. And the people that probably were supposed to be raising them, because it doesn't just happen in one generation's time. Like sometimes it takes a couple of waves of people not doing what they're supposed to do for shit to kind of start falling apart. You know what I'm saying? And this is no diss to nobody's parents. If you try, the flip side of that is you can do your very best and your child can still go out here and fuck up in the streets. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I tell people all the time, as a parent, the best thing you can do is teach them while they're in your house. Because once they leave, or even sometimes while they're still there, but once you start giving them that leash of freedom, what they do when they go outside them doors may not be what you taught them in the house. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for that. And you can't blame you for that. That's them making a decision. I think people wait until you're 18 to blame you for your choices is stupid. I understood what the fuck my parents were saying to me when I was 10. Now, mind you, that don't mean I always chose wisely when I went outside when I was 10, but I understood what the fuck they were saying. I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it take a little time for that to cascade into being some of what we're seeing now. You know what I'm saying? And I think the epidemic that we saw and I mean, and people they say an epidemic only because there was a period where it changed before we became adults, and then we started seeing an abundance of really young kids having babies again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
honestly think that's a huge the one of the hugest issues in all of this.
Yes.
Young parents.
Mm-hmm.
Young parents. Like, no, I don't care what your background is. Young parents, man. You know, because I think back, man, um, like dating women with kids. I gotta tread lightly on this. But just as a society, I mean, we have relaxed on a lot of our values. that we teach and pass on to each other. And I think a lot of those values get lost. You know, they just get lost with transitions through generations sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you know, back in the day, women couldn't wear skirts above the ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now, you know what I mean? Like, you know, chick be walking around with her whole ass out a pair of shorts on a Tuesday.
You feel me?
She walking down the street. She ain't at the beach. Nah, she walking right up the fucking street. You know what I'm
She going
saying?
to the corner store, yeah, no doubt.
She might be going to the grocery store, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't even want to get to the other part. But you know, I'm just saying, like, our values just change over time. You know what I mean? Like, we accept more things than that we didn't accept back in the day. But I think a lot of that comes with youth. You know, like, you got young parents. Well, you just got a young person. Period. You tend not to care about the thing. It's shit that I care about now. I never would imagine caring about 20 years ago.
Damn part. And shit that I don't give a fuck about now that I probably
Well,
thought was
that too.
everything.
That too. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, some things you got to get older to care about. And unfortunately, if you have a young parent, that child or that young parent is only going to get just in any scenario, you're going to get the values of what the parent teaches you. But if the parent hasn't grown to a certain extent to get other values, that child ain't going to get it. So, like how you said, it's going to be cyclical. And it's going to come down, and pretty soon you're going to end up with a monster on your hands by accident. You know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Like even saying this shit, the first thing I thought about was Willie Bosky.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go read that book, All God's Children, as a prime example of it.
Man.
You know what
Well,
I'm
I'm
saying?
glad you said that.
So, like, you know, I do feel like that, because again, like I said, and I said that because I'm dating women with children, and I hear or have heard some of the they'll be all right, they'll be okay, and I'm like, yo, my mom would have never let me do some shit like this, and I know it's because it's a difference in age.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when my mom was 30, I was 3. You 30, your child 16.
Yeah, that's real shit. Yeah.
It's a
When my
difference.
mom, damn, yeah, when my mom turned 30, I was 11. Yeah, yeah, I was 11. So yeah, that's,
I mean, I
and
don't
that's
know
still
how.
not as,
Yeah, I'm not even putting it out there like that's the actual age. I'm just saying,
oh yeah,
like,
I
you know,
feel it.
this is what it was. You know what I'm saying?
There's still a massive difference. Yeah, because now grandma 35, 36. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
37. That shit crazy.
20 years ago, I had a 35-year-old cousin that was a grandmother. I got a few of them now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it's like, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like the nature of having children, it turned into a younger generational thing now, to where you see online people are saying, like, imagine me being 50 chasing after a baby. Or is it imagine me being 40 chasing after a baby?
I mean,
You know, like, I understand your sentiment. I
right.
understand your sentiment because you had your baby early and you ain't got to do this shit now. But again, the values, they change according to an age. They just do.
Yeah, and plus, y'all young. Take it with a grain of salt. Y'all are dumb. Okay? Let's just be clear about something. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. You're not stupid. You just dumb. Because unlike what happened with us, now see here, okay, let me not just say with us. I'm gonna only use myself. I can only speak for me because despite me growing up in the same era with people, being in the same classrooms with people, and us reading the same, everything don't hit the same way for everybody. So let me be clear about that. I'll just speak for me. Boom. Was I running the streets? Sure. Absolutely. Like a motherfucker. But you know what happened when I was like 14, 15, somewhere in there? I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Did it keep me out the streets? Not completely. But what it did do was make me start viewing some of my activities a little different and viewing the purpose behind my activities a little different. And even viewing the motivation behind those activities a little differently. And with that, some of them started to fall by the wayside. My father did not live in the house with me. Okay. Fuck it. Let's just do this. My father didn't live in the house with me. My mom's been married like 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And that's no diss to her. Life is what it is. I don't judge people for shit like that. It is what it is. Sometimes shit just don't work. Okay, cool.
And you understand that now because you're older.
Exactly. Yeah. At the time, I was just kind of like, the fuck going on? But you know, like now I get it. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. So sometimes shit just don't work. But the reality is, if I'm real with myself, the OGs in my hood were my male role models. And I give my father a lot of credit for the things that he taught me, but like just being real, he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So they became my male role models. My older homies that I ran the streets with, the niggas that was even older than them that they was trying to catch up to, like they became my male role models until I found Malcolm. Then he became one of my male role models. And from Malcolm, I found Huey. You know what I'm saying? My father told me about him when I was younger, but I really started studying him. Then from Huey, I went to Fred Hampton, to Fidel Castro, to Che Guevara. Like it just became a train of me wanting to know more. My problem is this generation's curiosity for knowledge. They do have a hunger to learn things. It's just the things that you have the hunger to learn that are the problem sometimes. I don't think that there's been enough focus put on, hey, you should read this because it's going to make you a better person. Not because it's going to make you a lot of money. No, it's not. Not because it's going to get you more social media followers, but it will make you a better human to do this. You know what I'm saying? You will be better to yourself, which will make you better to other people. No emphasis put on that. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't want it to turn into like super serious pie today, but like this shit is serious. So like I mean, it ain't no way to dodge that. I feel bad for these kids, man, because they don't understand. Y'all young parents so caught up in your world, you caught up in your digital world, you have a real life motherfucker right here you got to raise that ain't on a computer, on a fucking phone screen. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Like this is a real ass person right here, depending on you to eat, to clothe them, all of it, because they can't do it themselves. And yet, by the time this kid is 16 and you're 33, maybe, if you're 7, you're 33 by the time this kid is 16. And now this kid is 16, ready to punk you because they don't got that level of respect for you. And then you mad at the kid and calling the kid crazy and wanting to send him to therapy and all this other shit. Well, maybe y'all should go together. Because there's something wrong with your ass too. Because it wouldn't be so much wrong with this little one if you did what you were supposed to do. That ain't guaranteeing they're going to turn out right. Ted Bundy had a great mother, from my understanding. It ain't guaranteeing it. But you giving them a way better shot not to be fucking on a serial killer documentary when they get older. Just saying. That shit pisses me off, yo. Because my mom did an amazing job with me and my brother, and it was just her for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot of mothers do it, and I've seen a lot of 2-parent households do it. I've seen a lot of single fathers do it. So when it's 2 of y'all, even if y'all co-parenting, y'all ain't got to be in a relationship. Even if you're co-parenting, like, how about take that parenting part of that a whole lot more serious? Y'all cool with the co-part, still fucking on the slide and all this other bullshit. The co-part is easy for y'all. It's the parenting y'all fucking up on. Man. man.
But so to that point, how didn't they realize that at the beginning? Like, how was that understanding lost on them?
Because they too young. They don't get it.
No. What I'm right? No, I mean, like you said that. What I'm saying is, how did I understand the land right there? Like for them to be a parent is usually from the example of a parent.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why generational. Yeah, absolutely. You saw your parent not doing what they were supposed to do, and now you're mocking that, and even worse.
well, how you said it is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, there's like, this is what I saw my mom do. or this is what I saw my father do. So this is what I do. But because I didn't like certain things they did, I'm gonna be more lax with that on my child.
Not realizing the reason they did those things.
Yeah.
You know what? I think parents could do a better job of articulating that too. You know what I'm saying? At a point. I think parents could do a better job of articulating that at a point. I'm not punishing you. Yeah, I'm punishing you because what you did was wrong.
Right.
But the deeper purpose of this is for you to recognize that there are consequences to doing something wrong. And if you don't enjoy the consequences, maybe you won't do this wrong fucking thing again because you don't like what's going to come from it. You know what I'm saying? Not just I'm beating your ass, it's going to hurt me more than it hurt you. That never makes sense to a fucking kid, yo. I promise you, it don't make sense to them. It's going to hurt me more than it hurts. Get the fuck out of here. I always thought that shit was silly as fuck, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
That's because you're weird.
I beat my kid's ass. It ain't never hurt me one bit. Well, I accidentally popped myself in the face with the belt one time. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Nigga, you know what it means. Stop it. You got older. Stop it. You got older. Like this is a getting older thing to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, when you was a kid, you didn't understand that shit. But you know, and we ain't talking about putting the beats on somebody because it's a one-on-one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like damn, I gotta put you through this pain for a couple of seconds. I don't want to do it.
I gotta put you through this pain.
But I gotta do it. You know, like I understood the sentiment. I ain't saying I agree with it. I'm saying I understand. Well, I understand.
I feel you. He said I ain't saying I agree.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I feel it. Nah, I'm kind of being facetious when I say that, but like
they full of shit. They full of shit though when they say it though, because like you said, the kid ain't gonna understand it. So why are you telling the kid that? You deal with that on your own. You saying that to a kid, confusing the shit out of kids. Stop crying before I give you something to cry about. What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, I'm already. Like, if I'm crying, clearly I thought there was a reason to do it.
You know what I'm saying? I just took the skin off both my knees falling down. You talking about don't cry. What the fuck do you mean? I am in pain.
What part of the game is this?
Yeah. Like shit.
Bro, that shit is real too. Hey.
Fucking confusing this shit out. But they got confused too. That's what I'm saying. Like this shit just keep happening over and over. That's why I say this shit'll never it won't change. Like it'll just, adjust to whatever our technology is.
Yeah.
It'll just do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like even we talk about capitalism and all of that, like it's just weird. I think we just threw different names or different things to make it different. Like even going to other countries and shit where, France or Canada or whatever, where they have universal health care. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the taxes are higher to help work for that. You know what I'm saying? But the people who created it, you can't just walk up in there and change them fucking laws. You still got to get in there. So, like, to me, all governments are private. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're all private. You know what I mean? So, it ain't gonna change. It's just gonna be different. It's just be different variations of the same shit over and over, over and over. We just gotta figure out how to make it work for ourselves. Like that's why you get the pacified and placated people. Oh man, I ain't got. You know what? I'm cool right here. I'm cool.
I could do.
I'm just saying you get that. You're gonna get it. I mean, a motherfucker can't keep fighting every day.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean, like some people get tired. That's all. You're gonna need the rest, bro. That's it.
I'm not gonna say what I started to say because it'll definitely get taken the wrong way, and I don't mean it the way it's gonna get taken, so I'm not gonna say it. But
I mean it exactly how it's gonna get taken.
Kinda, but not completely. Like it's like I'm like 90% there, but like it's still that other 10% that I'm like, but nah.
The bigger voice.
Okay,
but tell somebody that shit
on
Facebook. I was like, they're not gonna get the joke.
I'm gonna put it this way. Yeah, it's some people that are comfortable and complacent, and they cool with. No, I'm gonna just say this: just because they make your slavery look good, don't mean you gotta accept it. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna say what I started to say. I'll just leave it there because. Nah, I can't do it. Nope, I can't do it.
Soft.
Yeah, I just wish people would
Soft as warm custard.
maybe. Yeah, y'all niggas bitches. All right, then fuck it. I say it. Y'all niggas bitches. I call it what it is. Y'all niggas is hoes, straight up hoe ass niggas, dog. And then mind you, I understand that I'm speaking from a standpoint that most of y'all niggas do not embrace. Y'all don't give a fuck about it. None of that. But it's okay because I want you to hear it. Get tired of fighting. There's nothing wrong with getting tired. We get tired from working to make other motherfuckers rich every day. All the time. I'd rather get tired fighting for my own self-determination as opposed to continuing to be tired making another motherfucker rich. Just the way I see the world. And that's all I got. That's all I'm gonna say. And hey, if you're comfortable and complacent where you are, more power to you, dog. More power to you. If you can literally look yourself in the face in the mirror every day and be okay with your station in life, even if you go ahead.
See, stop throwing that caveat on it. See, that's your issue.
What?
What you said about the making another motherfucker rich.
Right.
Stop throwing that on there.
No, but it's true. That's the biggest part of it for me.
But like I said, for you, I just said that. That's for you. That's your dare I say issue. You know what I'm saying with the whole shit. I get that, but what I'm saying is some people don't care about the. Again, they comfortable. They straight.
I would like to ask them how. I'd like an explanation. I'd like an explanation for that.
Like
How?
and I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like we doing some deep dives right here. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
Like that's what it's like. You know, again, like that part that bothers you doesn't bother the other person. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So like they're not looking at it like they don't feel they're being taken advantage of.
Right. Right.
So if they don't feel that way, like you know what I'm saying, it's almost once again like who are we to say what your potential is? Like yeah, we can see it, we can view it. It's how we deduce things from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't necessarily how other motherfuckers is looking at shit. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I know. I gotta remember sometimes. Hey, bro, I gotta remember sometimes the way my mind take my view of society sometimes is operating on a play. It's like just to use a sports analogy real quick, it's kind of like the same reason why Bill Belichick don't got a job right now because they say that his way of doing things won't work in the current NFL. And I feel like the way that my mind sees things and the way I analyze shit and break it down and try to give it to other people is from a playbook that they think is outdated. And I'm like, it's only because you never actually seen the play get ran. Because they always stop the play before it starts. You know what I'm saying? Like they always stop this play. This play gets stopped every time. There's no way they're gonna let you run this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to implore to you that there is a way we can run it. But y'all gotta be willing to take whatever gonna come with it to run the play. And most people ain't willing to do that. So
yeah, you got to find the ones who are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like get mad at the ones who ran with you and decided to say, yeah, this ain't for me. Well, not even that part. Get mad at the ones who ran with you and you realize you're pulling them along.
That part right there. Yeah.
I had to change that because like if they could say it's not for me, cool. I can't be mad at you for saying, hey, bro, I can't do this.
No doubt.
Right.
I can accept that. Yeah.
I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's a way to go about that. In case you listen, you little bitch.
Bitch ass niggas.
You little bitch. But still it's a motherfucker got the
Woo. Bro, it's a whole lot of hidden gems in this one, but I'm trying to tell you.
Who's down with you. Know who's down with you. How about that one?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Because you won't always know who's with you. Like again, like you'll find out at the finish line. You nigga what? I felt something pulling on my shorts the whole time I was running this race. I turned around, I ain't see nobody holding me to come to find out you had a fucking string on my shorts to help pull you along. I just didn't see the string. Now that I'm here, you bitching because I wasn't running fast enough. Nigga, you could have ran.
You so worried with speed, nigga. Why you ain't give me a bike?
Shit. Why you didn't cut the string?
You feel me? And you could have ran yourself if you was gonna get there faster without me pulling.
Not ran. and just let me run because I was running anyway.
Hell yeah. And I probably could have ran faster if I wasn't dragging your bitch ass along.
And I didn't even know I was dragging you.
Exactly. God, to be more careful, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, like, you know, see, like it all goes back to the tenets and shit we were saying earlier today and in the last joint, man. We talking intention, result, fucking.
Yes.
God damn it. Why did I go back there? I hate when I do this shit. Intention, result, selfishness. That's the one. Selfishness. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, like I watch motherfuckers. Fuck it. I watch motherfuckers sit in a room and have people just all around him, and he just telling them what to do. Right? Now, not that this person has more power than any of these other motherfuckers. He just knows how to talk to people better than the people in the room, you know, say who he's talking to. You know, knows how to analyze them a little better. He knows how to delegate. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there's just some people who would do that. And then when one of these people come up short, get mad at that person for coming up short. They didn't even come to the table to do what you asked them to do. You asked them to do it.
That part. Hell yeah.
But you acting how you acting about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need these motherfuckers to run the race for you. You ain't running no fucking race. You need these niggas to do it. And you convince them, you convince them to do it. And when they come up short, it's their fault. You put the string on them, nigga.
I should say. I had that conversation with one of the homies, one of my game banger homies one time. I won't say what gang he from or none of that. And I, just before I say this, I want to make it very clear, and I made it plain very, many other times. I'm not a gang banger, but I know a lot of y'all on all sides of every conflict. I'm neutral. I got love for all of y'all, all street tribes. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would do shit different, but that's
a nice blue hoodie you got on there.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? And I won't front most of my game banger. The highest number of my game banger friends are Crips. I won't lie about that. Like that's real shit.
I just had to do it. That just was hilarious.
I was bugging when we first came on cam because I was like, oh, look at us looking like we about to go start set tripping and shit.
This is burgundy. This is deep.
I know. Burgundy. It's burgundy. Very deep. Hell yeah, I like that shit too. I didn't realize how much I like that color till very recently. That's just dope. But I was telling my homie, I said, bro, let me ask you a question. How old are you, man? And he was like 38. I said, okay. I said, how fast did you rise up to the position you in? He said, oh, pretty quickly, man. Like it was, I was on my game, da da da. People started getting locked up, killed, da da da, and they had to elevate people, so I got moved up pretty quickly. And I was like, okay. So I mean, how old are the people you sending out to do whatever the fuck it is you sending them out to do? How old are they? And he starts, stumbling over his words. I said, bro, you can just tell me a number. We ain't really got to do all that explaining. How old are they? So he started telling me some numbers, and they had teen at the end of them, and it wasn't 18. I'll just say that. And I was like, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you understand the actual nature of why this thing that you're a part of was created? Or did you just join it and pick it up from where it was when you joined it? And he was like, well, I mean, and he used, the term that they use affectionately amongst each other. And it's cool. He does that when he's talking to me a lot. And he was like, yeah, because da, 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 da. And I was like, well, but my question is, if you knew the purpose of the actual beginning of it, when they're that young, why not steep them in that and then let them decide when they get older if they want to do this other thing, if they want to do this other thing? Give them a choice. And he was like, well, the ops. Da, da, da. I said, I'm not talking about ops right now. I'm talking about you. Because you're the boss. At least over here, you're the boss. You could do it different. You could be this, you could set the standard. And then maybe other people will follow your lead. But instead, you're just going to do what everybody else doing because you don't want to rock the boat. So you not wanting to rock the boat, getting ready to have juvie full and the fucking coroner's office full with little niggas while you at home giving direction. Think about it. And he literally told me to leave. We still cool. Like I talked to him a little bit after that, but he felt some type of way about what I was saying. But after he thought about it, he was like, hey homie, look, you said some real powerful shit and some shit that I hadn't thought about and that nobody else had taken the time to say to me. I'm gonna do my homework. I can't promise you nothing, but I'm gonna do my homework and I'll get back to you. And I was like, word. That's what's up. That's all I can ask, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect to be able to have one conversation with one nigga and change the entirety of gang culture. There's no way that's gonna happen. But you can start with having a conversation with one nigga, then have it with a different one, then have it with a different one. Since I know GDs, Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, all of them. So if I can meet one person from each crib and talk to them, and they take it back to their people and they start at least the wheels turning. They're thinking about maybe it's a different way we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can actually be a benefit to our community as opposed to them being afraid of us. Now we talking. now we talking. Now we talking. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? That's been a goal of mine for a long time, a really, really long time. I just didn't have I guess the social cachet, I guess, to make it happen. But it's getting there. So I'm taking baby steps. Baby steps. But yeah, something got to give, man. At some point, us niggas in our age range got to start giving enough of a fuck about the niggas coming up behind us and say, look, this shit that we seen, enough of this, man. Come on. We got to do something different now. Enough. We got to do something different. We have to. I said to a nigga the other day, and I remember David Banner said this on a documentary I watched back in the day. And I'm going to say it, and I know some people are going to take it crazy, but I don't care. Like some of y'all motherfuckers that's still out here on y'all kumbaya shit, y'all need to just go ahead and lay it down, man. Go ahead. We got it. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay. It's okay. You can go sit down and be fucking quiet now. Shh. It's okay. Because a lot of y'all that was rah-rah when y'all was younger, the older you get, the softer you get. And now well, no, just go. No, nigga, no. And you know that's not going to work. That's why you was on the shit you was on when you was young. Because you know that's not going to work. But now you old. And you just want to trot off to the sunset peacefully. I can't be mad at you for that. You got to the point of being old, which is kind of the fucking goal. You know what I'm saying? But at a point, dog, just be quiet.
But in the part of getting older, being able to share the wisdom that you got from being young, being rah-rah like that, to me, the kumbaya, it helps when it's in instruction.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I'm
See,
not.
because
I'm not much of a.
because like what you said, I think it's a great point, but I see it kind of like, especially when you said trot off into the sunset. Like I was just watching by accident a fucking kangaroo fight.
Oh wow, that's dope. That's dope. Low key.
It just came up. I got all type of shit come up on my feeds, but it was from some nature show. You know what I'm saying? And what they were saying was how, and I already know where you're gonna take this part, and I can see that already. But I think the point is this: like they was just saying how like the young kangaroo came in and he was just ready to go, ready to fight. He want to fuck these bitches. You know what I'm saying? But he had to get past the old nigga, the nigga who run everything.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the only difference here is kangaroos can't talk. They can't speak. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way they can resolve this is by fighting each other. But the little nigga went and challenged the older nigga. Just like in households, we got the little kid challenging the father in some kind of manner. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that because, like, when we're younger, we can't always find the words. We got the energy like a motherfucker, but we can't find the words.
Please believe that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, like I can't say that the elders that's preaching kumbaya, yeah, they might need to sit down and not be on the front line, but they do need to be in the back talking in the front line niggas' ears. As he does drugs.
Hey man, I'm not doing drugs or smoking weed. There's a difference, you know.
That's right.
But nah, I agree. I agree with that
You know what
wholeheartedly.
I'm saying?
I mean, it
Because
might have
I
been a
feel
little.
you. I mean, I do feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, but we need that counsel.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I was a little harsh in how I was saying it, and in all actuality, I guess, like realistically, where I'm coming from is kind of agreeing in agreements with what you're saying. Y'all don't need to be up here in the front, but like, yeah, it's going to be a point where that youthful energy is going to have the right idea, just the wrong strategy to bring it to fruition, and you can be the one to say, well, nah, don't do that because we tried that didn't work. But if you
Right,
do it this way, you know what I'm saying?
right,
You can bypass this, and you might have to cut back, but it might seem like a little bit longer route, but it'll get you there without this hiccup. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I have gotten. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten valuable insight from OGs. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, thank you, because I was about to fuck that up. Thank you. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
need that counsel. You
Yeah,
know what
but I mean, like those, but we need the council now. Those of y'all who have completely jumped the fuck off the boat because y'all like, well, we tried it, didn't work. Fuck that. Bye. Go ahead and do whatever the fuck else you gonna do, man. We don't need you. Go that way.
Yeah, they leaving. I mean, ain't nothing you can do
Yeah,
about that. They leaving.
go that way. Yeah, go that way. We don't need them headaches, y'all. Like for real. Oh man, that shit is crazy. Oh shit. Did you I meant that. Did you? I meant to text you and ask you the other day. Did you get a chance to listen to Benny album yet?
Yes, I listened to that and Master Ace.
Oh God, the Master Ace album was crazy. But yeah, mm, um, well, we'll start with Benny. What was your take on Benny's album?
Shit dope, and niggas is full of shit hating on it.
Yeah, I did see some of that too. I did see some of that too.
But again, like I said, like I always say it, motherfuckers be on the oh man, I like my hip hop one way ass niggas.
The wild thing about that is I don't think that this album was as much of a departure from what he normally does anyway, as most people try to act like it is.
That,
It's a couple of things that's a little different, like but I feel like that was him evolving as an artist and trying something different. I don't think it's
he yo, the nigga styled out on shit. He had
that bronze
fine
shit is crazy, dog.
Brian, my shit. I'm like
Crazy.
Brian. I'm like, yo, I don't think I ever would have thought to use a rhyme pattern like this.
Never, never. That shit is fire. That shit is fire.
You know, like I wonder if he came up with it or did Hit Boy produce that,
Hit Boy did that one, yeah.
or if he came up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit, that pattern was just fire to me. I'm just like, damn, he did okay, word. But yeah, like to me again, like you know, I see a lot of negative criticism. I mean, you like what you like what you don't. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody entitled to their own opinion, but I really feel like hip hop fans are some of the worst to present music to, because if you don't keep it along the lines of what the fuck they first discovered you for, you change.
Yeah.
If you stay the same, you don't never change. It's like you can't fucking win. You can't win. You can't win, man. Like you know that's why in my head I was like, fuck all of this shit. I'm not gonna goddamn chase this shit. I'm not gonna, you know, be rushed no more. Even though I'm being rushed right now, and you guys know who the fuck you are. I love y'all, but that's some bullshit y'all doing. I told y'all what I had going on. But you know, fuck it, man. Like you got to be comfortable being yourself,
Indeed.
and a part of that comes with experimentation. Experiment, you know. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hip hop was experimental.
Had had Outkast not been as successful with AT Aliens, we wouldn't have got a Criminal or any like they said, okay, let's do it. Like we feel it. Let's do it and see how it come across. Had AT Aliens failed, Outkast's next album probably would have sounded more like Southern Playalistic Cadillac music than AT Aliens. You know what I'm saying? Because they'd have been
Maybe,
like,
or
oh, maybe, or they might not have gave a fuck.
or they made a quit.
That too.
Or they
That
might have
too.
quit. Like again, like because we gotta think about that. Like we talk about signed artists under a contract.
No doubt. And I don't know how many albums that first contract was for. So it might, yeah, okay, yeah, no doubt. That could have just been the end of
But
the
I
line.
mean, like again, like us being indie, we don't have nobody directing us and telling us what to do or how to do it. As soon as you sign on the dotted line, you know what I'm saying? Like it's instruction that comes with that. There's A&R that comes with that. Like in those days, you know what I mean? Like the A&R was like the most important part of the whole equation.
Exactly.
That's why like you hear artists saying like, yeah, I got signed, and then they fucked around and fired the whole team, and so the
And it
new
fucked
people
up.
came and didn't give a fuck about me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
because they fired the people who gave a fuck about you, like the ones who's going to work with you. These other people are coming in trying to make their own weight. Once again, it's just the nature of people, man. Motherfuckers be on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But like,
No doubt.
you
I
know,
mean,
so I thought Benny album was dope, man. That album is dope to me.
yeah, yeah.
You know, see, and this might be something different. Like, see, I like when I first got up on Benny, it was probably like 2015, 2016, something like that. And there was a video that I keep forgetting the name of it, but I always bring it up. But he's in a padded room. He's in a straight jacket. Benny's in a straight jacket, but it's not him rapping. It's over a trappish type beat. It's the cadence. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard Benny and Conway both say like, "Oh yeah, like we tried to make trap music, back in the day, it just didn't pop. It just so happened we went to this and it worked. So this is what we sticking at because like it's what we grew up doing,
No
But
doubt.
it was such a breath of fresh air for motherfuckers. They was like, "Oh shit, look at we back on this." Man, they artists at the end of the day. They want to do different shit too.
Thanks.
They don't want to keep doing the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Like, do something different. But I'm bringing up that video because when I saw that back then, I was like, Benny got the potential to be the biggest artist in Griselda because out of the music I had heard, that was the one song that didn't fit boom bap. It was more
Right.
commercial sound. It was more commercial sounding. You know what I'm saying? He had the
So the
cadence, he
train
had
ain't
the hook.
stopping.
Yeah, he had the hook, the hook, the whole shit. None of it looked boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
I was like,
Okay.
he got the potential. He got the potential. And so to see him do this album now, I was like, yep, makes sense to me.
Yeah. And the majority of the album sound like like I could have easily been listening to fucking Tana Talk 4. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Easy.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
With the exception of a couple things. Like so like
Burden of proof. Burden of proof.
absolutely. Hell yeah. That's even better. Hell yeah. That's even better.
Right?
Absolutely.
Burden of proof.
I love that album, by the way.
You know?
When it set off, I was like, okay, yeah, absolutely. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Braun comes on crazy. Even Big Dog with Wayne, like they went stupid on that shit. They went crazy. My favorite joint is probably How to Rap. He went. I love that shit. And then the joint with all of them on it. That was fire. I love to hear West Side. Like I love West Side doing the hook and letting niggas get their shit off. Like, cause I don't necessarily. I'm not
Yeah, but
necessarily the biggest fan of West Side Gun rapping, but
I am. I fuck with him. But I didn't necessarily care for that hook he did.
oh yeah, I was cool. I was just cool with him just doing the hook. Well, the hook definitely could have been better, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
as long as I don't got to hear him rap, I'm cool. But like, I mean, let me not say that because it's not
Right.
always I don't like to hear him rap. Let me be clear because that
I
was getting
like
ready to
him
sound
rap.
crazy, but yeah,
I like him rap. I'm just saying I like Westside Gun rap, and I think he's dope. Fuck that.
I can dig it. Yeah, I can dig it. And Gun one of them people that's to me, Gun one of them people that's like that though. Like either you fuck with it or you don't. Like it ain't really nobody that's kind of in the middle on him that I met. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's either, yeah, that's my nigga, or I don't fuck with this guy. So I'm like, okay, well, cool. I get it. I thought it was
Like,
cool how he utilized Snoop on the record, without him having to I don't want to hear Snoop rap on a song with Benny necessarily. I like the way he utilized, his Snoop Dogg smoothness and his celebrity, you know what I'm saying? In a perfect way to make it make sense on the Benny album. So yeah, everybody can't go dope. I think it was I think a part of what we seeing too in some of the talk around the album is underground niggas listen. You underground hip hop niggas listen to me very closely, please. Um, how can I say this? I love Master Ace and I love Marco Polo. I love them together. But just because one of the, stalwart underground artists from an earlier era who's still very much poignant in the way that he makes music, you know what I'm saying? He's still a factor. Ace has one of the most underrated discographies in the world, if you ask me. But just because that dropped, don't mean you got to try to find a way to disparage the major label. Yeah, I mean, she going crazy over this. You all right? Yeah. Okay.
Shit. Can she hear me?
That's it. That just makes it even funny.
Oh, no.
He said, "Tell her, go ahead and call, goddammit."
Shit.
Oh shit. But now, like, you could, like, I love both of these albums for very different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they're two different kinds of albums, and because it's from two different kinds of artists. You gotta, like, I wish that people would not. Yeah, they came out on the same day, and they're both hip hop albums, sure. But we know that it's different. Benny's album came out on Def Jam. Like, come on, it's different. What's happening here is different. Master Ace been rapping since the fucking 80s. This is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different ballgame. So yeah, Benny's album is dope. Master Ace's album is also dope. In its own right. They're not the same dope. They're not the same dope. You know what I'm saying? It's not, one of them China White, the other one Fish Scale. Like, it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? But they both dope. They both dope. Um, I think Master Ace and Marco Polo have a great chemistry together. I've always thought Marco Polo was a really dope producer. Superstition actually introduced me to Marco Polo, and of course, I've always thought Master Ace was dope. Highly underrated, but definitely dope. Um, and it's not often that you get to see somebody in our elders, you know what I'm saying, still making really, really good quality music. So salute to Ace and Marco Polo for doing something that was unexpected. I didn't even know it was coming until somebody, like, I didn't know the album was even coming until like a week before it came out. Because I just wasn't dialed in. But the album is called Richmond Hill. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. If you know anything about Master Ace, you shouldn't even doubt that it's dope. I don't think I would say he doesn't have a whack album in his catalog. He doesn't even, yeah, he don't have a whack album in his catalog at all. So, I mean, I thought you was gonna pick up right there, but
Nope. I'm just gonna laugh and let the attention be on you in your usage. Right there at the end of your conclusion, your time.
Oh, shit. What do you think about
the Yeah, like this is the way I was with it, man. It's because okay, so me, I'm not a person who's super huge on concept albums. Like, even though I've made a few, you know what I'm saying? Like, so far as listening to them, I think, okay, so let me say this. I think Master Ace is not underrated. I don't think his catalog is underrated. I think he has one of the best discographies in hip hop, but I think he's recognized as such. I think as as a as a spitter, you know, Ace doesn't do that. Like, he tells stories. He paints, gives you a picture, gives you thoughts and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I see why so many people resonate with him. Again, like, I used to be like a huge Ace fan growing up, like huge, like huge, huge. Adding some things I do after Ace, but just for me now, like, I don't. The album is good. It's like watching certain movies for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time and a place for certain movies for me. So because somebody was asking me the other day about how often have I seen a certain movie, and I'm like, I'm not the person that's gonna go back and watch movies over. I'm just not. If I do, typically it's because it's already on or somebody else is watching it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't change it or I can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, like, even back when DVD players and all that shit was the shit, I was buying DVDs because I got people coming over. I'm gonna entertain. I'm gonna have a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying? But so far as actually me sitting there and just watching the motherfuckers like over and over and over and over and over, I don't do that. because I don't know what it is. I mean, like, so like with Ace, it's like watching the same movie over and over. I enjoyed the movie. But I'm not gonna just keep watching the same movie over. Now,
I can dig it.
Now we are talking about hip hop albums, and it can sound hypocritical because I will listen to other shit over and over. But for me, what it is, I think, is more about the feeling that I get over the concept I'm paying attention to.
I feel that.
Because like I appreciate what's done because I write. I appreciate it. Like, this is dope. But like, I'm not gonna keep listening to that over and over and over, knowing that this is your goal. Like, I kind of like a album that has different points in it and goes up, goes down, flow wise, beat wise. Like, so like, even with us talking about these two, I listened to them back to back, and that might have been the issue that I'm having. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listened to Ace first because I knew the content would be a little bit more difficult to grasp because it's content driven. I listened to Benny for the vacation of it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. I feel
you. Know what I'm saying? I feel that. So one thing I noticed is, again, like you said, Def Jam and shit like that, Benny's album sounds bigger than Master Ace's.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like that kind of shit matters to me. So like, I want the music to sound big. Engineer that motherfucker so it's like I feel like I'm in the stadium when I'm in the headphones. Ace's project mastered well, but like like they're not concentrating on making the beats do certain things.
Right. Because the concept and the story is the more important thing, right? I feel you.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be. Like you can still engineer that shit to make it sound like Benny's. You still have the same concept. You still have the same story. You know what I'm saying? But obviously that's not their goal.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what you prioritize at that point. Yeah, I feel
so people don't think to do that. So like, even like when I say like my concept projects or whatever the ones I was involved in, one thing I was big on was like, man, make them beats hit. Make the beats hit. They cannot just be flat, or they cannot just be one dimensional. Like, they need to drop. These shits need to sound like songs, like radio songs, like the structure wise.
Right.
They need to be that. So like, even with that, like that would be a suggestion I would make to whoever the engineer is. Like, man, get animated with these beats. Like, make them bitches do some shit.
Very true. And because I've heard Marco Polo beats be very well manipulated, and it definitely gives a different effect. Like a lot of the work he did with Superstition, Super likes for his shit to slap too. So like, what I'm saying, like when I heard Marco do some shit for Super, it was, oh shit, what I'm saying? Like, so the shit came on, it's like, before this thing even start rapping, my head is bobbing uncontrollably. Pause. Like, so like, that's yeah, like, so I've heard it. So that does make me feel like maybe it was an intentional thing, that it's like a vibe they were trying to create. Yeah. And I get it, what I'm saying? Like, and I also had the advantage of listening to them at very separate times, like separate shit going on. Like, I was listening to Benny, I was in motion. Like, I was doing shit, but I was able to. I can't listen to Master Ace's album in motion and really lock in with it. Like, I got to be still.
There it is. And I'm typically in motion when I listen to music.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I knew when you said it. I kind of figured that's what I was like. Yeah, he be moving like that. Master Ace album made for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to kind of sit with it and chill. Right. So
you got to sit down, and I'm gonna do that today. Well, no, I can't do it today. I got to record, so I'm being rushed. But after I knock those out, though, I'm definitely going to probably just roll up and let it play and see what's going on.
Out. Well, shit, since we talking about music, I guess I'll put it out there. We recording this on February 4th. Tomorrow it'll be dropping on February 5th, which will be my birthday. And also dropping a brand new project with my homie No C from Vancouver, Washington, called Lightwork. It's 8 joints, no intro, no interludes, none of that shit. It's just beats and rhymes, man. Like, that's why it's called Lightwork. Like, it's literally, this is just what we do. So we're gonna do it. And when we come back to it the next go round, maybe we'll get a little more in depth. But right now, this is just it. You know what I'm saying? So we got beats from Mojo Barnes, of course. Mojo Barnes, Soul the Interrogator. My man Thurge got a joint on there. 90M has 2 joints on there. Ready Ron Beats got 3 joints on there. Salute to Mr. Mo Holland from Solo's Unit. If y'all remember anything about Solo's Unit in Winston-Salem area, back in the day, they were something special. And Mr. Mo Holland is definitely one of the most talented guys I know. He stepped in and knocked out the hook from console. Um, we also have Soul the Interrogator and Monster Listen on Sinatra's Ghost, uh, which was produced by Soul the Interrogator. I don't know if I said he did the beat or not, but yeah. That's it. Ain't no more features. Ain't no more. Yeah, it ain't nothing too crazy. So like the reality is, with all of the stuff that's going on in hip hop and all of the, like I was like, dog, I just want to rap. Like right now, I don't want to have to think about how I'm putting, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to rap. Like I just want to be able to get on, spit my 16 and get the fuck out the way. And so we decided to do that. And we got a couple songs where we got a couple songs for the ladies. But even that was kind of the same. Like it ain't over conceptualized. It's kind of straight to the point. Um, so yeah, I think people will enjoy it. If you like bars and beats, I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. And I just Third Degree Burn is my project from December the 10th. Just dropped on streaming February 1st. Courtesy of Good Ship. Salute to my man Cockpit, who produced the whole thing. That also has a Soul the Interrogator feature on it. The single Pardon Me is starting to get some traction on college radio. Thank you very much to everybody playing it. Salute to DJ Samps for playing it. Yeah, it's a whole lot more music coming too. Like a whole lot. Like a whole lot. The reality of just how much it is hit me the other day, and I was like, Jesus, I don't know if I can do this year. Some of this shit might have to get bumped, yo. Like, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see.
I say if you got it, drop. Fuck. Just give it a decent little roll out, put that shit out.
Yeah, I think that the interest that's been generated for light work with very little real rollout has been pretty cool. We are gonna do some other things promo wise, you know what I'm saying, after the fact. Like it's just kind of a timing thing. So, you know, and I mean the objective at this juncture isn't necessarily to get I don't even know how to put it. But yeah, I mean it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I am also planning my tour. I will be doing the first leg of my tour in April. So that'll be right around the time the album with Drugs Beats drop. Like the beginning of April. Tour starts April 6th in Minnesota. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while since I've been on the road. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Word.
I need that in my life.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Being rushed.
I mean, you know, but I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a good way, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, so let me just go ahead and put it on the table, because like what it is, like I say, like you know, I also have a project that I'm working on with Drugs, and I've been dedicating a lot of my time towards that. You know, knock some features out here and there, whatever. But I really want this drug shit to be kind of differently special, if that makes sense. Like for my catalog.
I'm on the same type of time. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So I just put a lot of my brain power towards that. I got approached by a team, so I won't say their name because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, make what I said seem like I'm shitting on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I really appreciate these guys for even fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when they approached me, I definitely said, like, listen, this is what I have going on. I can't make you my priority. I cannot. You know, this is my priority. So, and I got other ones that's already in the chamber, you know, that rightfully so, way I look at it, because I was dealing with them first, I should get to them first.
Thanks.
You know? And I was like, but, you know, I could work with you, like, you know, but I got to kind of pick and choose, like, when and where, how I get to it. It is what it is. So, unfortunately, they hit me a couple of times with a couple of concerns, like, hey, where's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I stick to my word. You know what I mean? Now, of course, sometimes sticking to my word relies on other people.
Thanks.
Or can be affected by other people. And I have been recently going through some shit you're aware of. The public is not. I have been going through about 7 to 8 months of just weird shit.
You ain't lying.
it it has definitely affected my output. You know what I'm saying? So they were nervous that I might have fallen out of wanting to do the work, and that's not the case. Like I said, I've really just been dealing with shit. Like even right now, like I said, like I'm in here. Like if you watch the show, this was on the other arm
You
just a
know?
month and a half ago. So I got shit going on. So I'm moving out this crib, like all type of shit, man. Like it's people fucking up around me. So all I'm saying is, today I am gonna knock some shit out, and like I said, it's gonna be worth it. And thank you for being patient enough to understand what I was saying and why I could use some time. But I got you. Trust me, this shit gonna be some shit.
Hey, man, I don't have no doubt about that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. I can tell y'all this. He is on my Drugs Beats album, and when he sent his verse, it made me reimagine what I was about to say for the second half of mine. Because I had it in my head. I was like, I know what I'm gonna say. Then I heard his verse and was like, I'm not gonna say that anymore.
Nah, I appreciate that. But I mean, like, so, like, even
Oh
with
shit.
that being said, though, like, I'm really making an effort to make, whatever I write now, like, just be some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to do that. Like, and I think what happens is for people who don't write or who don't rap, um, and just to even give more transparency, because I got compared to another artist that they're working with, and they told me like, man, he gave us 8 songs in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I know this person. I know this person. Um, dope artist, dope artist. But I'm like, but he actually has the time to do that.
Right.
You know
That
what I'm saying?
matters. Big
Like,
time.
yeah, like I really don't have the time to do that. The resources don't be there. Like again, like Seven to tell you, like I told Seven, I told some people, but for me, I'm rarely writing music at home. Like I mean, I do. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got to compare it, but like typically when I'm outside is when I write music. When I'm moving around, that's what gets my brain going. So uh, it's a process. It's a process. Plus, again, like the music that you hearing, you gotta understand, it was years of shit that I wrote before that never, never see the light of day. I got stacks of notebooks, you know what I'm saying, that never see the light of day. And I don't want to recycle that shit.
I feel it.
But I want to do what I feel is better than the last one I wrote. You know what I'm saying? And I've written some shit. So
Yeah, I don't mind. Can I say something about the other joint? Is that like a secret or something? So he sent me a joint. Shout out to DJ Logic. He sent me a joint and was like, "Yo, lace it." I was like, "All right." So he sends me the beat first, and sent like the description that he gave me in the email made me giggle. So I was like, "Oh shit, I can't wait to talk to this nigga to find out what's up." So we talked about it, and he kind of told me what the vibe he was going for was. And I was like, "All right, cool." I said, "Well, look, just to be fair, and I don't know, I'm saying, I'm gonna wait till you do your verse to make sure that I'm on the right page when I do this." And so he did his verse and he sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I was like, "This motherfucker, man." Okay, okay. So again, from when I first heard the beat, the way I heard myself rapping to it was one thing. After I heard his verse, I was like, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to do something completely different. And it took me a couple of days to kind of sort out how I wanted to do it. And I was like, I can't do it like he did it. Like my automatic thing was this: just follow him. And then I was like, no. I gotta put my own twist on it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But just stay in the right lane. So I think I did a good job of that. So that was
no, you
that was
brought the
fun.
dancing shoes. You brought the dancing shoes.
That
You
was fun.
brought it
That
on
was
real
fun.
nice. But you see what I'm saying? Like even like with that, like I told you what my mind frame was at writing, but like you had to hear it to really get,
Exactly.
and it's like, it's like, it's a little,
Yeah, that shit got a bop to it. For real, for real.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like I just, I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over either,
No doubt.
but
Yeah.
I know I stick to certain topics, so that kind of doesn't allow for a lot of experimentation. But I have fun how I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that people can appreciate the thought process behind what I write. That's it.
With me knowing your older music, let me ask you.
Mhm.
This is not going to turn into an ethemadassassin interview, I promise you.
Cool.
But
Go ahead. Yeah, I hope
but I
not.
just want to ask you because from knowing your older music, I know that there has been a consistent theme for a minute now.
Mhm.
But are there any designs on potentially maybe revisiting some of the broader, things that you maybe used to talk about?
Depends on the beat.
I feel you. Okay, that makes sense.
Depends on the beat. If I mean, typically is whatever first couple of bars come to my mind when I hear the beat. If nothing comes to
Mm,
mind, if nothing comes to mind, I'm passing on the beat.
yeah,
If
I'm kind
nothing
of got
comes
to
to
that
mind,
point
I'm
now.
passing on the beat. But when I hear it, it just depends. Like, or depend on what the fuck I got going on. You know what I mean? It can manifest in all type of different ways. Like I just did a verse for my man Navy Jones, and I'll just say that the concept I ended up drawing from something that just happened to me within the past 2-3 months, just because of how the beat felt.
Mm, okay,
You know what I'm saying? So like, it I don't know. Like I can't plan it.
I
I
feel
can't
you.
plan it. I've never worked well with planning what the fuck I want to do with an album.
Uh,
It,
okay, so now that makes sense of you saying like your take on concept albums. I get it now. It's kind of like you put yourself in the box before you started making this project, and I can tell because you stayed in it. Like, no, okay, I got you. Okay, now it makes perfect sense. Okay,
See,
hell yeah,
so like even with me working with producers, like I hate telling them when they ask me like, so what kind of beat you like? Don't ask me that, because if I tell you, you're gonna attempt to do it, and it's gonna come out nothing like what I thought I told you. But I'm
exactly.
I'm saying this specifically. I thought I told you a certain thing. It sounded to you like how you just produced it. That's not what I was thinking. So I was like, nah, fuck that. Just let me hear what you got. If you fuck with me as a person, just make the shit up, and either I fuck with it or I don't. But like, don't ask me to try to give you a blueprint of what I want to rap to. Like, it never comes out the same way. So like the same thing with songs and all that shit. I can't plan it. I just gotta let it. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is.
Hell yeah,
That's it.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I
like cause
feel that.
Indigo Phoenix, we just did an interview for OG, was it OG Press Magazine?
OG Press, yeah, no doubt.
Oh, I shouldn't have told y'all that. But we just did an interview for that. And she was asking me what's my process. And I'm like, I kind of don't really got one no more. Like just like the beat come on, and my process, like whatever the fuck I think about, right there on the spot. I might not finish the verse at all. I might only have 2 full bars. But I know where I want to go
Yeah,
after
hell
that.
yeah.
But if I can't come up with those bars, I gotta pass on that beat.
Salute to Indigo Phoenix. I like being interviewed sometimes and not doing the interview, Indigo. But we get ready to get on sidebar soon. It was gonna be today actually, but we had to reschedule because she got some other shit going on. But we gonna work it out. Most definitely. Oh man,
Indigo
I'm looking
Phoenix.
forward to that. Indigo
Billy,
Phoenix.
Billy. I'm not talking gang shit when I say that. Billy.
Oh shit. He said not talking gang shit.
Not
Gang,
talking
nigga. No.
Billy. Billy.
Oh man, so I did want to make one last announcement before we get out of here. So y'all, those of y'all that know me know that I represent a lot of different crews that I'm a part of. But I mean, I'm a part of some of these just by affiliation, not necessarily that I, you know, get a chance to run with these people. But Sound Chamber Productions (SCP) has been like a mainstay in my career since like 2009. So I'm recognized as a part of Sound Chamber. Sound Chamber is recognized as the home base of Seven Da Pantha, even though I'm all the way across the country from them right now. Well, I mean, one of the ways we have sought to rectify that whole situation is I have officially started Sound Chamber West. So I mean, it's not a record label; it's still kind of production company crewish. It's not a record label, but we wanted to give ourselves an umbrella to run under. Due to circumstances beyond the control of anybody, life just happens. You know what I'm saying? Change is inevitable. Takeover Music Collective has been put on an indefinite hiatus. So uh, I have recruited the artists from Takeover to be part of Sound Chamber West. So that's Mojo Barnes, So the Interrogator, Angie Stacks, Double XL, and Marcel Lisset and myself. Um, yeah, so that gives us a wide berth of about, I think we Sound chain was like 16 deep now. Like it's quite a few of us. But salute to the whole squad back east. AP, the sorceress, Terror, and Charles the Poet, Knox, Quest, Wax, Imagery, Brittany Nicole, everybody, no doubt.
You see this face full of questions? I got some questions for you, man.
Okay.
No, I can't do that on camera. No.
He said I can't do it on camera. No.
No.
We would definitely have that comment. I got a couple of things I need to do, but I'll tap in with you a little later. If you're free out, we can chat for sure. No doubt. We can chat.
I only got just give me 1 minute after we cut off the recording. Just give me 1 minute.
I got you. No doubt. Okay. That's what's up. All right. Well, shit. Hey, look. Y'all know what it is, man. Pantha Politix Podcast. Thank y'all so much for locking in. Salute to Mojo Barnes. I hope that hangover's getting better. Oh,
Get this nigga some soup and a blanket.
You know what I'm saying?
Hangovers every day, B.
You know what I mean? Get his teddy bear. Pull your skirt up, nigga. I'm gonna clip that part alone and send it just to him.
The softest cotton candy.
Soft. S-O-L capital T. Soft.
I'm a Tony Baker fan, bro.
Like, shit. Yeah, Tony Baker's wild, yo. He is wild as fuck. Like, somebody sent me a video of his in my DM on IG like a year and some change ago, and like I've been locked in ever since. Like, yeah, that shit is wild. He's crazy as shit. That's what's up, man. Shit. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, brother. I'm glad you on the mend and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget y'all light work. No seeing Seven Da Pantha out the day you hearing this, February 5th. Also my birthday, so you know. Show your niggas some love.
Happy birthday. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it because I got to record, but see, we're supposed to celebrate the thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm hot shit right now, so it's all good. I'm off to a good start already. Shit. I'm off to a good start already. Oh, man. I mean, you know, self-determination, brother. Yo, man, we'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. You know what I'm saying? Glad y'all locked in, man. Don't forget, a new episode of All Purpose is out. New episode of Sidebars is out. Salute to Pretty King. Salute to Echo Limitless. Salute to everybody on every platform rocking with us. Make sure you share, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. Rate the podcast so we easier to find. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep growing, y'all. 1.